Kublai pi baro pia pe jegari khasi channel yuan rasha pi ya ki thup Khubor jong kani katio menta ki phang ki bakosan pediang buram ka seng UDP yo ba Welbert badu ba monor on phasha katnat buli puthi ka sarkar pedeng ban rai lor ka jingpin scam ye ki notre casual ka jing akran bat ke HNLC ke diban poi sha ka jing suk ka bane ong Dr Mukul Antho Dr Mukul sangma sha u Narendra Modi ban thong da ka jing toket halo ka jing bo ye ki smart meter Lala ban sedang biang ya kajing khayi motion hajala Meghalaya. Penlong jing ki ke NESO bandawa ya bun teli kiman. Pen kre ka sarkar ban pen bha ya ki surak ba. Pen Khubor ka Sangadev College ya ki kinhon ki batrei ban shakri pai ba. Ban ishim benta hajing rakis ni lai lord ke India. Penlong ka tanat pule bat UTD ya ka awareness program. But kiwe di ki Khubor. Ngine parliamentash ki Khubor bnya. U national president jong ka seng NPP u ba prestun tin song u laong ba ka jing no jong ka seng TMC ba ma u udei unong raktien jong ka seng BJP kalong ka bam shong nong rim bat ka bam donya satya.
Hagaje kran kinong tho Khubor baten song loong ru bagaje khone ki election house nam arja arplai kan long ha ki jong ki constituency bar ka shong e ha ki kirtong ki bami khmat kumno ki trei ulong ru unu kirtong batrei bha bar ai ga jing shakri ga bha shi ki pai ba utahi unyo e ga jing job halor ka jing ai jing mu jong ui ki khot jong ka TMC bekin rung no shi ka BJP ulong bo dang yai ong hi bakin rung na ka benta ka jing mun toy ka jong ki hi
let them again, allege that maybe Prostun is the spokesperson of BJP. Let them say whatever they like. But why I said like that? That day when you interviewed me, I just said my advice, my suggestion to our friends Emily from TMC for your survival. For your survival, why don't you join BJP? Otherwise, ultimately, it is up to them. It is their wisdom to take a decision.
Kaseng United Democratic Party UDP East Khasi Hills District menaka khan new treatment tau banai kala pediang buram yo ba Welbert Rani uba monak shabong bat kibi de ki bala leon penis no eladi bat kini kaseng sign perthei
La pediang buram yaki do president kaseng UDP uba med baling do rengkar ke jadan lang kinang yalam ba khli do jong kaseng UDP
Umay namin sa marang gibro kikliya yung bawal ba kay issue ko ba pila achieve ang jino president jumpi mga ito namla ko jerte retang ko ay ba ladang la yang ina siya ko kumsim ngalong sincere issue ngamtip na job tama ngalong sincere kata ko ngalong sincere siya amday mo siya ka kasi job kasi ram kolong hadin ngilay kun na JP ada ngalong sincere te ngawan JP pa mo na ngalong sincere Lamdan na koy jumot banmat penthop rai ka parti ni banne dewi pat ki perkat pun no ngawan perkhani ka parti ye ka jingi kan ka parti is na ye kan tasing lara kadal kala tinga ban ai jumot na sai jumot ini kan la namang idan kan ka jing tulung ka batulung berhenti mana batulung rumah ko nya batulung berhenti ai pi ha tulung berhenti apa ka jingalam jong jingalam ki bulan burang ki sini jong ba jimnyo ki ba meba ba pol ba kita senda terter apa ka jingalam ki jumpi Barang suri danya di ba tinggal di tempat ini yang ba na TV in the file ni phone ni ya dai kam ba di yang bawal kan situ benar lebih yang ni sim ke ba orang ni mingkong kan sini benar si pura ba nama yang pengadaan kami tong da file yang man fresh pun mar kejuan yang pi mendai ba ayu sim ko ngena bandong ba this is the best party kami train antara issue jaga jaga barsan way yakini buat ni mentapan kan ko ano rak nang ni sekman multiply yaki boleh ki bandan apa community kami berputar ni multiply ban impen sawa ba ka UDP ko bang ki perlok jumi ba kala dai ko por ban bat yolokan susah ngasmo ba idan ki ketin ki bangan kran ki kham e thaninga renga smo bang ha kran namar ba nidan ka pat pensa jin ma hanglu rehnu ya kinangalam jong berdi kinangalam jadi jadi khasi jadi na kadang kita semua si semua kau ni bang yang ba hakapuan pastang history ni kami yang lejong hidup history, and that will remain in history forever. Finimla akan remove. Your first semester jangan jalan dia. Kami makan bangun komuna, awal ba ngamju position yang lagi kan komuna ni, ngamju yang komuna lain. Mereka apa kerja beliau ni Taiew kami sedang, ni kami kami sedang, ni bat yang senca. Kerana ni bangkeran orang itu, ni panur bangkeran. So, ni panur itu tempat yang senca Taiew ni.
Dengan aku abang kerpat ni, kita yang lama jadi, ada presiden barang CM buat por. Kalau day ke por yang ni mereka, bangin hikmat, ni dong kerja yang kaya keberayaan sebi. Ada bangin hikmat, banyak ini jinnya jom kerja beri, kita yang mapi, ibang jalan ti nomor nakala itu suku kamha, banyak itu.
Vice Chancellor John Kaskulba Nehu u Professor Prabha Shankar Shukla menhaka khat nyo treatment tau benai ula ong bana kalyang John University kan sa tho daka jing tho sha ka tanat puli puthi John ka sarkar pedeng halor ka jingpins kem ye kinong tre casual John ka University.
Habaikran beginong tho Khubor ulong bakashong ha ka board jakatar puli puthi jaka sarkar India banshim ya karai ba nakaliang ka University kamdon board banshim ya kanikarai. Ulong shu bana kaliang ka University ka sapen khre ya ka kai phot jang baro kinong tre casual bar hadin kata kan sa pha shapo kani katanat.
The duration of 10 years may not be sufficient to change the category of the workers. But we cannot go beyond the rules of the government. On the basis of the only the 10 years we can't change their positions. Traveling expenses, overtime allowances, accident expenses, maternity leave, sick leave, etc. will be considered as per rules. The university is already paying the dearness allowance to the casual workers under variable dearness allowance VDA as per the notification issued by the government from time to time. Next is issuance of ID card to all the casual workers will be considered in the pattern of card issued to other workers, public helpers coming from works in-house in the campus. With regard to correction of the joining date in the DPF and ESI record will be examined under the norms. Medical facilities to the casual workers will be considered as per rules. Safety kits will be provided to specific employees as and when required during the time of duty. For payment of arrears with regard to the medical facilities prior to 19/2/2020 on implementation of ESI scheme in the university will be examined as per rules. Some casual and contractual workers who are receiving salary of more than 20,000 and are denied of ESI scheme for medical facilities will be examined as per rules for providing such facilities on emergency basis only. With regards to the scheme mentioned in the consolidated instructions on casual laborers, as per office memorandum number itna dated itna, Government of India, Ministry of Pension, PG and Pension Department of Personnel and Training will be examined as per rules. Water filters of the aqua guards will be fitted at appropriate place if needed to provide drinking water, and that facility is already available in all the schools and all along with the hostels. The salary for the month of June 22 has been cleared as per the performance certificate, and the balance with due consideration on the absentees is being cleared.
We are compiling the data, and as it is not easy to compile all the data of 400 to 600 people, we are considering all the casual workers from Shillong, Tura campus, and even Guwahati guest house, Nehru's guest house. So compiling the data of all these casual workers will take time. That's why committee is compiling the data and examining the data, appointment, in which manner they were appointed, how they were appointed and on what date they were appointed. So compiling these data takes time. So after the compilation of data and with very good reasons, then only we can send the proposal to the ministry. It's not like we can just send a very vague proposal to the ministry. That's why it takes time. It's not an easy task. So we have requested the casual workers to help us and in compiling the data. We have also asked their grievances and their whatever documents they have submitted to us. The administration AR, Assistant Registrar, by Ivan Lingdoy sitting here, he is compiling those data. And as and when those data will be compiled, we will be sending it to the ministry for approval. And whatever the decision the government takes, then that will be the final decision, not the Vice Chancellor's decision or not the university's.
Laban kado hangni bakinong tre casual ka nihu hapo ka shatri joko All North Eastern Hill University Workers Union kidang pelong sa ikajia ki ka jongki akhmar ka office jong VC ban penpau ka jing bamla ka university ban ay ka jing dawa jongki.
As per requirement of university, we are trying to help to see the urgency of the work within the institution, as well as to help those job seekers who are really in need of some help. But we cannot go more than what we can do from the institution. I have been here for more than 34 years, and I learned that this practice has been continuing for a very, very long time. And our Vice Chancellor has said correctly, saying that this has been for so many years, and nobody attempted it. And now it has come to the point that he wants to see how to provide the welfare of these people. My request to them through the media and to all of us for the welfare of our people who are there. Sometimes they spend a night, you cannot believe it. With the rain dripping there and getting wet. What happened in the family, nobody knows. How will they pay the house rent? Nobody can imagine. If someone is sick, what will happen? All this has been considered and requested. How shall we solve this problem? To solve this problem will not solve just by standing there and carrying flag and shouting. No, we have to work it out minutely, diligently, and solve this problem to whatever we can do. Certain things I'm sure that we cannot do. But in spite of that, we know that we cannot do. We still make an effort how to find out ways and means to help them. But to provide a regularization immediately, from which source the university can do. If the center, the UGC, the Ministry of Education do not provide for this purpose, I think it is Their wages, salaries, and other it is not possible, sir. I say it is not possible. If we make a promise here, if we write here, we will do it just to pacify them, at the end we cannot do it, what will happen? It will be much more serious, more complication rather than solving the problem. But unfortunately, things has been out of control for so many days they are there. It really embarrassed the institution to see whoever passing there, whoever wants to meet the Vice Chancellor. And then all the time in the media they said, oh, the problem in Nauru is becoming a hotspot of all the issues. Instead of providing learning and enlightening the people, we are not doing that already. So many are trying their best to uplift the university, but then this is a society in which we cannot avoid to see some unforeseen circumstances. So through the media, I would like to request to find out, to also besides your inquisitive question, how to help or what to solve. It is not just for the market purpose, but it is for the welfare of our people, how to handle this, and to enlighten the people and to make them understand what can be done and what cannot be done.
Unoy lam jongka seng All India Trinamool Congress Meghalaya u Dr. Mukul Sangma u loong ba kani ka jingkwa ba ka jing thrang jong baro ki pat ba on wan ra biang ya ka shongsuk shongsan hapo ka jila Meghalaya.
Kumtaw ang bakajia kren kabanlong hapreng ka sarkar kami ka sarkar jilla bar ka seng HNLC ka deban poi sa katakathong kaban wan ra ikajing shongsuk kabane.
It has been the collective desire and intent of the people of the state to restore peace. Now, there are many ways of engaging with so-called militant outfits, with notified and banned outfits, proscribed organizations. There are many ways. Now, but the intent must be very clear. intent must be to restore a peace which is sustainable. Okay. Now, if any exercise or modality adopted create a situation where people tend to think that, okay, by joining militancy, by floating organizations, people can ultimately get away even after committing crime, then its ramification will be different. Now, even when we embarked upon this whole exercise, the comprehensive multi-pronged approach that was adopted by the then government, the intent was to restore peace which can be sustained. And therefore, we have been abundantly clear in ensuring that, okay, all those crimes committed as per records which were available with the law enforcing agencies, if there is any heinous crime committed by any of the members of the organization, then we will not have any kind of so-called writing of those cases or withdrawal of such cases in respect of heinous crimes committed, which are well defined, which were particularly meant for any instances of killing or murder. Okay. The rest we decided the government will withdraw to ensure that, okay, the honest intent of all the members who belong to these different organizations, including banned and proscribed organizations, are able to really assimilate themselves with the national mainstream and be a capable, competent contributor for the overall growth and prosperity of the community and the state and the nation as a whole. So that was how we looked at things. Now, how this whole exercise will unfold and how this whole discussion will ultimately be dribbled or somehow negotiated by them, by both the parties, rather here not both, it's a tripartite discussion, will have to be keenly watched. Because the ultimate intention must be to ensure that there is a peace restored, but which is sustainable.
Kayeng Kashari High Court jong kejala Meghalaya kala ai jingbit balala ban sedang biang ya gajing ti bat ya gajing kayi motion hapo jala Meghalaya ba ban shalan pat ya u shakiwei ki jala bat kiwei pat kiri.
Ya kani la pentip tu menteri rang ba penrap ke jelau ba prastun tensong ha ke khat pra tarik unai lar aja ar pu ar. Uba tensong ulong banadu ka ar pulai tarik ujeliu jong ka senam aja ar pho ka sarkar ka lapin sange no shwai ke jing shalani motion chari Bangladesh namar ka hukum ka balayo na yeng kashri. Ban minta da ka hukum jong ka yeng kashri lala ban sedang biang ya kani ke jing khayi motion.
High Court badon burom jong ke jela Meghalaya jong ikla ai ko dar ba khaba pi export ya umaushun udon arjai uwei ni ong major but uwei ni ong minor tena kata kadau ladayat haga kerteng jong ke major katkum order na ka honorable high court komba pila ban export tenrei ladadai haga kerteng jong ke minor kabamut hinum la ban export to tena kalian jong ke sarkar ngirale pemu naman ngisupu kadon isu kebikren sekaka minor and major tinggal take off bat ke Ministry of Mines and Coal Ministry nang ta chuchu la take off bat ke Commerce Ministry teka bang semua bahabat petip yapi ban kalian jong ke Coal Ministry bat ke Commerce Ministry naga Commerce Ministry kedai ke bengiyo ya kani ka clarification ka notification ke pasai kedan Director General of Foreign Trade Ministry of Commerce and Industry Ministry bat kata ka clarification bagi ai ka lomba ya umaushun be it minor be it major la ban export sa Bangladesh lanisha kan kunugari hapo operate te menne ka don ga hearing akaba ka honorable high court adin baklayo ia ka affidavit ka ban nakalian jo peserta batha lengba jong advocate general jongi Wamit Kumar ka bang semua bahapan petip akan ka bor baka court ka honorable high court menne kala ai ya ka oral observation berkata ka oral observation kalau ba kan num kham menta ban export ya ulai stu la kadei u minor leni la kadei u major de nama nadu untuk benajun kumaha ya bi ya kesalahan ban export se Bangladesh ubaya ka keteng minor ngi klem isu salan su like no tani u major tenrei nasngo bahaban pedip sapi ba menek asni aka hearing kabana kaliang jom ka honorable high court ka ai ka long ka oral observation ka ai ka long ba kinum kham ya ka export ka kum ka ba fedibet kabana kaliang ka coal and mine ministries kala ai baku ya ka order ka ba New York na ka Ministry of Commerce ka ba ha pa po Director General John ka Foreign Trade kata ka ba ngakwa ba pedip ba nang ni syakmat ya ka salam hakabai day ba ulai stu major minor ka sarkar jela kanna ya ka ban isu yang isalah bat sedang dia ya ka nega export
Menaga khat pratri mentau benai Dr. Mukul Sangma ubri unang yalam jong kaliang persha ularai bantho shaw menteri rang ba adu jong kari India Narendra Modi banthung da ka jing tokit ka balai lut halor ka jing pentri kam ki smart meter hapo jela Meghalaya
Uloang ba kajing bu igi smart meter ka dan kajing thmu ban wanra kajing du nong penban ya kajela uang umtip manu badan kati ha kani kam kumta dan kam da kajing tokit balai lut
I have decided to draw the attention of the Honorable Prime Minister himself, keeping in mind his commitment to the nation to ensure that probity in public life is demonstrated by all concerned and any instances of alleged corruptions will be in other words, I think the exact interpretation is that the Honorable Prime Minister has promised all of us, to the nation, to ensure zero tolerance against corruption. I repeat, assure all of us, assure the nation, zero tolerance against corruption. That's why with my expectations of prompt response from none other than the Prime Minister himself, I have decided to write this letter urging him to institute an independent inquiry under the supervision of concerned ministries, a delegated ministry dedicated for this purpose.
Menaksi ba jong ka Taiew menteri katanat PHE jong ka sarkar jela ba Renington Tongkhar ulapan pau ba haka jingwan jingwa jong menteri khana ka sarkar pedeng ya kanong ba shalong ba de jing pentri kam ya ki scheme ki ba pher shim lapan pau ya ka jing bam hun halor ka jing pentri kam ya ka scheme Jal Jeevan Mission JJM
Uba Tongkhar habe kran pila pathai Khubor uloang bala jen uloang komta ka jela Meghalaya kamrat da yo ya ka khusnam ulai thu ba ka jela Meghalaya kala yo khusnam ASEAN ka bapan I ba kala pentri kam hong ek scheme habe nu jor bat ki bei pat ki jela
He didn't express any difficulty. He just expressed only one thing, the minor thing that he didn't get the hard copy for the presentation prepared by the department. So he said that I need a hard copy because you explained to me on the PowerPoint, I will forget after some time, he said. So, and I agree also with him. So I have asked. Then and there, the chief engineer called me and I have asked him to get a printout. So printout has been given to him. But about the performance, he didn't express anything that he's not happy because it will otherwise not match with the performance award that we get from the department, from the ministry. So we have got performance award 2 times. So I hope we are doing good compared with the other state in the country.
Managasi khat nyo treatment tau benai ka Northeast Students Organization NESO kalapelong ya ka jingalang jong kathan stela mingi barokwe ban pin pa ka sarkar pedeng halor ki bobuntili ki mat jingdawa ki jongka
No LP! We condemn! We condemn! We condemn! M-Slum! M-Slum!
Shillong yakani ka jelang lapelong hajan umot kiang nang ba hajan civil hospital Shillong bar kiseng ki blawane shimbenta lang hakani ka jelang ki kinthub ik KSU ke HNYF ka RBYF ke FKJGP ke JSU bar ki wei ki mat jingdawa ki bakaneso kalabu akhmar ka sorkar ki kinthub ya ka jingpentrei kam no ek ILP ha ka thanj te lami ngi bro ko wei ban pinbej no yo por usam hapreng ki jella ban penthamai ka policy puli puthi jong ka thanj te lami ngi ban pinbo ni ki school ba ki medical college ki engineering college bar ki wei de ki jaka pule ban rat ding khong ke jingbam yo kam yo jam jong ki samla ka than bar ki wei de
khat khandai spa sau punyo hakapor bagadan ke partition hapreng ke India bar ke Pakistan tegi hajar tegi po hajar wot la penrung yaki dekhar na po Bangladesh hang te po jala Tripura kabang itip menta baka jala Tripura kiret pai di trai muluk lalong kiret pai haus nam khat khandai spa san huar ka sarkar India kala pentrikam ya kata kaan ek jakor ka afspa hang ne hapo ka than ste lam mi ngi hi bro ko bai kawan thombor ya kata ka jingile persya jingi riulum banile persya ya kata sarkar India bakim kwa baka sarkar India kanwan banle don bor iki khat khandai spa ru pun riu ka sarkar India kala therbom persya ya ka wei ka jaka hapo Satan stay lam mingi kata ka Mizoram kabiong ka Mizo Hill sai ki por ka patyo la ka jong ka jala kala therbom haka santri umat khat khandai spa ru riu lingba ka Air Force jong ka sarkar India kampat judan gono gari kawan therbom ye ki brio la ka jong gari la kim khain la ki khain begidai la ka jo gari ka ju ki brio balik haban pen therbom na ka wei ka por sa wei pat ka sarkar India na ka wei ka por sa wei pat na di por ben chwa gidan ki report ki ba peni baka sarkar India ka kwa ban penmanan yakini gilum ki jongi ka bomot bat pelong red pipe yakini ki try muluk baka ri India bro ko bai kan long lang solan sa bai bro ko bai kamdan kita ki riu lum ni kita ki try muluk ki ban ya dawa ki ban ya hla ki ban ya pan ya kan ni katai kata di gajing tubuh jo sarkar India ka ba kwa ban penmanan lut ya bro fa iki rengi ku mo jai ben riu kaba kani gari jungi belai du blei nong bu nong thau ni hab ban yeng ban yale ban yada na ka wei ka por sa wei pat nari gi myo jing dawa menta ki long dien ki man dien ki di ban yami na ka wei ka por sa wei pat ban dawa ban pen ya daw ban pen ya ringi la ka jong jai men riu bangim dei long ki rit pat hala ka jong gari
khat padan jong kinong wei nang thi na endi nari rithor kin persyang ban yurat ya ka hok ka jongi handai hukum kene ka por ngasang bandong kene ka sur jong babon balang jong kitrai dremluk kanyai pen sawa kanyai kelang bat nganyai kaang nam ta ka hok ka jongi ban pen snow sarkar dia bagadai ban buram bat kadai ban itu yengi gum trai dremluk ban ai ka chingada ka pura handai lamda dai mtang so mondong kadai pen pena barai hima phi kum kitrai dremluk ngidon nila ka chok ban rai banyada il jong ka khendok siap ya kari bat ka jat ban re bro ko wai hakini khendiat sngi hasoban poi khasan tarik jong matau benai hamangaya hajuai pat meeting suai pat district ngai ki her ki lama lairong haman lagi trumiyeng ngalek hawai ke jakang i wat ke semblang lasi dekat lama lairong ka e bangakwa abandong kene komine kelemat kalong im semlaong i persya ya kata ka sukaran dia hari ka jingkeli hamta ka sengi kalong hatu ka sukaran dia ka itu mo ini kum trari muluk kalau priang mo itu kimat jengdawa jengki kita kumitra dari muluk kani kan ngakwa abandong kar komperkhat perdan kan ngepteng hadum taban thambor ya ka hok ke jengi
ni don kam kita kentin indigenous kabadi benrung hapo karti sensia dari India kenang mengin scam kata kejilong trai jengi habubun ke benta ha ka jaka ka bangi lahap sopet tementa ladang iya keran pajikian kiban yada yangi kum kirit pai hoi nakaliang ba donal ila puli sibun kijing dawa jong kan so balabu akhmat ka sarkar India ya ka bakam simpat trikam hadu mentaru arjar khatsau ka sarkar India ka lasna ya kata ka boong ka ak is ka look is policy kata la syukut tengah ka ktin la perbasna ka policy long bakandai ka wei ka kat khai pateng ka ban connect ya ka north east
but ki South Asian countries lani kiri hapo ka dawa syati jongka South jongka dawa Asia hari hadu menta kam simdon kanono ka senjam ka bang sarkar India kan siam men penurlong ya kata ya ka ban play ya kilat yo kam yo jam bahkan play ya ka yo ka kot jong ka jalan nodi si balakawai kam sim na siam kanono ka senjam ru ban penurlong ya kata ngiyong kadai kata bayong aktin pareng ka appeasement policy lani ka policy ka ban chupen subha tang da kitin om da kikam kata kadai ka bakale ka sarkar India yang i notice badi ka jalan mekalaya hadu gini kiskin ladang iya keren ya ki an ki bangi dawa kum kisang balang ngadu arjal khalai baksua kata ru kum ka ILP labun ki meeting ki ILP labiong sekretariat langiong ka assembly resolution jong ka mekalaya langiong ke jinglek jungi kisang balang si Delhi ngilai keren ya ka ILP henry nganong api kum ki paradokot jong kisang balang kum ginong yalam sang balang hak jingnya keren ka bakadu ka bangayola banyak keren bagi home ministry ngakali kay ka status jong ka jing pentrikam ya ka ILP ya mekalaya ka jawab ka basya hi kalong ba ka jawab ba bana ILP mekalaya kata ka di latest information ka ba nga so don kam man share lang hakan dikum kani karansan
wala rangi bahagan ni kejala kejongi ba kamjuru akan ni ketahan lam mingi la pentrikam ya takaan ag jakor ka aspa ya ka bala penting kentok kok tempan bat pensabjar yak sentur ban sawa ban pensawa yak jing dawa jing langkam jongi kum kejai ben riu han ka than lam mingi lingba kan ka an kamu sarkar India ka temu banwan man supeng kubum tang suloi bak ta kikuli ban pensabjar yak ta jing dawa ka jongi henrai ngaong tumak kadang jing kerana tin nong wai ba violence beget violence lada mangi kum ki samla ngiya da kalenti bajarjar kat kum kata ka riti sensar kada demokrasi in a demonstrative way hade lada phi penborengi ban pensngap ya sentur ke jongi ban penkebum mengi da tang suloi ngiru ngi ban siu kaliang ban phai le biang shapi da tang suloi den ata kadau ko ban a kani khubor sarkar India kat kam papadi kapor bas no bah I know is the kijing dot kam jongi namar bangi pan yang kijing dawa jongi ngimpat pan syaba jok Indian Constitution heringi pan hapo jok Indian Constitution katung karisi sensar pai ba
Menteri Rang Ba Ben Rap Jong ka Sarkar Jila Ba Preston Tinsang ubari Pedro ya katanat PWD uladep yatho ba uladep tha ya ka National Highways and Infrastructure Development Cooperation Limited NHIDCL bakan khot tender no na ka benta banshna ya ka surok ba National Highway 40 nadu omyam chudu shalong
Ulong bamenta kidang abi ke detail project report na kani katanat na ka benta ban siang rong ba dun pin itanat ya kani ka surong
I've instructed NHIDCL to immediately call a tender for this, this stretch wherever, especially the road which is approaching Shillong from Umyang, and the DPR, the estimate is being worked out right now by NHIDCL. I think very soon they will again invite a tender for blacktopping and for modification and for beautification of this road.
How soon can we expect this?
Because last meeting we had, in fact, the executive director who's stationed here, he's on the job preparing the DPR. So I told him you have to do it as early as possible, because this is the only approach road to Shillong where we need to make sure that we get all weather and then good road 24/7.
Ubatan sang ulay thuru baladep IT ya kakam na kabantawan penbahay ka surok na Shillong siya sora hindoy na kadaw jang uslap lahapan pensangya no siya Khubor tar hadu bandapoy ka ayom telang.
They have already started blacktopping, but unfortunately due to the monsoon has started, so these contractors they stop, and once the winter season starts, they will complete the blacktopping in the entire stretch of Shillong Sora from Uttanad.
Kani kan long shisha ka khana ka ban sakut hagi do anot jaman lai wei ki pa ba jong ka Mawati constituency ba ladap ban play yaw mau nong rim na ka benta ban siang rong no ya ka surok nadu lat sning shedu sonidan ka badan kumba 10 kilometer ai
Ya ka mang pisa ban siang rong ya ka surok lamang lengba ka Meghalaya Integrated Transport Project ya ka balabay pisa da ka World Bank ha ka jinglut ka ban kot kumba praplai point lai prak lur tingka Lawan bansaki ya kani kesengi, da Menteri Ketana Transport, barkumjuru ubalong MLA kamauhati uba dasakhiat bahalamare, uba Sostan Sotun MLA Kajirang, uba Jason Saukme Maudong MLA Umsning, uba Wailat Shilla MLA Jwai, Urakesh Sangma, Chairman ke GHADC, Kakong Magdalene Maulong MDC Umsning, uba Victor Rani MDC Jirang, ba TG Nengnong Secretary PWD, BP Marak Chief Engineer berkiwe-kiwe deki rangba officer na district bat na PWD. Hagan ni kesengi na keliang Menteri rangba ula penpau ya kejing kemen. Habala la ban penurlong ya kejing terang juki pat ba ni kathan ki bala ang nur la palat sa phosnem. Kani ka surok kala shusha I kumtu klam kanu kejing penramot ya ka berkumjuru kade ka surok kabala maramot ningkong ha kapor badang long Menteri rangba upurno e sangma bam kwa hedwar play. Ulong rupa ka sarkar MDA kan ya syakri upai ba kejala ha ke babon kiliang khamta manwan rai ka rai ka par wala dan ki bapenmi ye ki jingkan tho ki baharukam.
At the very outset, I would like to thank God Almighty. It is because of His blessings that we are here today. And it is His blessing that we have been able to bring this development and this very important road connectivity for the people of Mahoti and Umsting constituency. I was made aware about the fact that this road has been neglected for many, many years. And I knew this for a very long time. But what I did not know was that the last time this was repaired was during late P.A. Sangma's time. So being here today and laying the foundation stone for this very important road makes it even more special to know that we are able to continue the work that was started by our leader. And we are able to take things forward now to a logical conclusion. This road is of great importance not only for the people of the constituency, but it is a strategic road for the entire state of Meghalaya. Through this road, we get connectivity in a much shorter way to Jagi Road and then to Upper Assam. And the fact that it saves a large length or long length of distance and time makes this road a very, very strategic road economically.
This is something not comparable to other unveiling of foundation stone, I could say. Because this is a road that has been idle, that has been like this, the way you saw it when we were coming all the way from Umsning. It has been this way for the past 40 to 45 years, if I'm not mistaken. And you might be surprised to know, sir, that the first and the last time who felt pity about Mahoti constituency to give us the black topping was your late father, sir, when he was the chief minister. And the people of Mahoti constituency, before electing me as the MLA from the National People's Party, had no doubt that me as a representative of the NPP, the same time with you, with your family by my side, we had no doubt that we will be able to finish this one task, which is one of the most important, that is to make it new, bring it again the way your late father has done it, sir. So thank you so much, sir, for proving us right from the beginning. And on behalf of the constituency of Mahoti, sir, I thank you so much so much for considering to make this project a priority. No problem if it's a bit late, but our dream has come true.
Kumshi benta ka jing rakhe ya ka Diamond Jubilee lane ka jing dap Henry Postnam Jong ka Sankadev College ki department jong ka Political Science, Mathematics, Statistics ba Sociology jong ka college ki lapelong ya ka program pen ko buram menha ka khapra tarik mentau benai.
Yagani ka program pun ko buram la pulong ban itho e ka jing shakri bar ka jinglan la de ki nong trai jong ka tanat traffic ka Shillong Municipal Board ki nos ki bahab apo Meghalaya Nursing Council bar ki nos ki bahab ha ka Trained Nurses Association of India. Hagani kasi lawan banya dan lang ikong Isawanda lalu DC ka East Khas Hills District kum ka Kongsan ringkar ka dan lam uba Sylvester Nong Pnger SP ka Shillong Traffic uba FB Khan Executive Engineer Shillong Municipal Board ikong Lucky Warba President Meghalaya Nursing Council ikong Ivory Khadrit President ka Trained Nurses Association of India I Principal Barkinoy Kai Ganika College.
As part of this celebration, today is a unique initiative in which the college wishes to give back, in which the college wishes to celebrate not only itself and its journey, but in which it wishes to recognize the efforts of other stakeholders in our society who have rendered yeoman service, particularly in times of crisis. So it is with great gratitude that I come here as chief guest on this day when the college recognizes its place not just as an educational institution living in a silo, but in recognizing that we are one of many. We are living in a society wherein we all have a role to play, and various stakeholders come together to make up the daily fabric of our existence. And without the efforts of many, we would collapse. So today I am extremely thankful that the college has taken this initiative to laud and to commend the hard work and the achievements of the Shillong Traffic Police, the Shillong Municipal Board, the Meghalaya Nursing Council and the Trained Nurses Association of India. We have been able to present them with a wonderful token, and we have also heard from the representatives of these departments. Truly, I wish to say that without these departments, without these communities in the society, we would be very, very badly off indeed.
Kumshi benta ka jing rakhe ya ka jing dap nyo pusan snem ka jing yo lai lo jong kri India but ka jing dap san post nem ka jila Meghalaya menha ka khatlai tarik mentau benai nakaliang jong ka umsning police outpost ringkat ka jing tri lang bat ka umsning town dorbar kila penlong ye ka program bekerpang ha umsning.
Hagane ka program na sakhi ga je shibantaru de pulit jong 6 battalion umran ki bla yat pat ba ki thuk thuk ban pinso thuk pat ba ye ka jing kodor ban iet bat puram mela kari lengba ka jing samru ek lama lai rom jkri India hakeleng ki shnong ka than umsning lai don lang hakane ga ski ubala ka dors im commandant ka 6 battalion uba W shooting in charge ka umsning police outpost na lor ki we de ki officer bat ki nongalam ka umsning town dorbar Haka jingkran jaki pulit officer kila ai jing shai pai baru halor ka har ghar tiranga bar ka cyber jagruta divas bala samru pala lai spot ali kilama lai rom jakri India chiglong yeng long sam jong ka than umsning
Azar
Ban pinsutho ya ki ringet kristan halor ka jing em jong trai jisu par halor ki kintien ki baulakren ban pendep ki jing kular haswa ka jing ya ba ka jing mipat ke jong u ne ki no thokot bala khampau ka jila uba phas Khubor giri ula pelat ya ka we ka kot bala ai kerteng eloi lama sabak thani ya ka bala penlat ba man ha ka khapra tri mentau benai
ya kani ka kot la pelai do ba el hek MLA ka penthor mkhra ka mukongsan ha ka program ka bla long ha phla jong ka okay penthor so ma ten ring secondary school ha kani ka si la wan ban don lang uba George B Lingdo MLA ka Umroi constituency uba LSB principal ka modern secondary school uba Donroy Kshar assistant secretary HNYF Ribhoi district ki rang ba shnong bar ki khana school nakaliang uba PS giri ka munong tho Ulapan pau bula tho ekani ka kot halor katu kani ki nongrim ban ai jing shai ki pat remai kristan. Kini ki kintup ya ka jing yap uji sukris ka jing mi pat ka jing bishar ka jing wan ka jing penkre bat ka jing kular.
Ingelumlah ro yuni to nang ya minot pendon burom iladi pendon burom ya ka ye ka sem ka pemi pendon burom yang sno ka tau ka ma pi pendon. But kawai ka kwa pendon ye pi baya baro na peng jungi tolong ki bate ka self respect. Pun bahagi bro jungi ngilong respect ikiwei inang ba ben burom ikiwei hindai ya respect la jong bade ki klet no. Dei kita respect la jong. Ka jing respect la jong ka dei ki jing tip play. Nada mangi ngendon long ka kata ko ke burom ke jinti play ngende ki brio ki respect dala dia yela dia. Nada mi ko ban respect jadi ni ko ban respect ikiwei to respect suwe la dia. Amde ban long ki ba lengkar. Kimdi ban long ki ba ini ban long ki ba dekar ki jingim ki jungi. Ban pembek ki la ka jong ki jingim. Nang ta daw ini ban long ki self respect.
Shua bangin pen kot noi ki Khubor ngin pen sungo biang shapi ya ki pangi bokong san sa shisien. Pedang buram ka seng UDP ya ba Welbert bad uba monor. On pasha katanat buli puthi ke sarkar pedeng ban rai lor ka jingpen scam ye ki notre casual. Ka jing akran bat ke agent LC ke diban poi sha ka jing suk ka bane ong Dr. Mukul. On tho Dr. Mukul sang ma sha u Narendra Modi ban thung da ka jing tokit halo ka jing bo ye ki smart meter. Lala ban sedang biang ya ka jing khayi motion hajala Meghalaya. Penlong jing ki ke NESO bandawa ya bunteli kiman. Pen krek ke sarkar ban pen bha ya ki surak ba. Pen ko puram ka Sangadev College ya ki kinhon ki batrei ban shakri pai ba. Ban ishim benta ha jing rakis ni lai lord ke di India. Pen long ka tanat pule bat UTD ya ka awareness program. Bada gitu in pen kot noi ke ni ka Khubor ke ni ka tio menta. Ngin sia syam biang bat pi baro ha ka tai ko pat ka tio ka banwan. Kubli pi baro bat hiaso.